Hi, I'm David Gutierrez.
And I'm Artur Marrero.
We're here interviewing the Brazos Valley Bombers about sports organization and communication.
Today we're going to interview two employees, Ethan Saporito, the Director of Media Relations, and the owner, Uri Geba.
Ethan, Director of Media Relations for the Brazos Valley Bombers. How crucial is the community for the Bombers' success?
Well, the community is crucial. The Bombers exist to serve the community. We've got a baseball team and they help us open the gates, but what we're really about here is providing affordable family entertainment. It's crucial for us that we are constantly serving the community and coming up with ways to help them out and to promote the Bombers' image as well. If we're not fostering a positive response from members of the community, then that doesn't do us any favors as far as the team goes and as far as attendance. So we do things throughout the year, like with our outside of the baseball, where we have the most affordable tickets you'll find, where we've got different ways for the kids to have fun, for adults to have fun, for college students to have fun. We do a lot of other things too. We just finished up our annual Ballpark Boo Fest event where kids can come in and have a safe place to trick or treat. We partner with a lot of local businesses and that sort of thing, and kids can walk around and get some candy and have some fun in a costume contest and all that sort of thing. And that's just one thing that we do to really help promote our image and partner with the community and show them that, hey, we're not about the bottom line here, but we're not only about the bottom line, but we also want to help them out as much as we can, and we're just as much members of the community as they are.
So how does all of this tie in with like other competitions with other sporting organizations around the Bryan College Station area?
Well, it's no secret that we're in the shadow of Texas A&M, and so we've constantly got to be looking for ways to fight for attention and that sort of thing. So different things that we do where our partnerships are with local radio or the Eagle or About Town or different news publications or KBTX and that sort of thing. We've got to make sure to fight to differentiate ourselves with them, and it's very important that we're facilitating mutually beneficial relationships with them, whether that means getting them the information that they need promptly and quickly, being available for whatever they need to do. Our general manager and our director of ticket operations they've got a big presence here in the community, and whether they're at different ribbon cuttings or our general manager is a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and we're really looking for every way that we can to differentiate ourselves, and a huge part of that is in media and is in different communication avenues that we have, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, our team website, YouTube videos that we do. We're constantly looking to spread our name and just stay fresh in everybody's minds, and media is a huge, crucial part of that.
So what kind of old and new media has kind of like faded away and has been a big impact in this organization?
Well, I don't know that there's really one that's faded away for us so much, but absolutely social media is rising quickly. A lot of our efforts this summer were made via Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We had post-game interviews with our head coach from last season that we posted to YouTube, after every game, and we had different things where we would advertise on Facebook and Twitter, whether that was through BV_Bombers, that Twitter moniker, or our general manager's moniker. We'd tweet about the game, different updates about how things were going, how the team was doing, what our promotions were for, this particular game or that particular game, and it's really grown and evolved a lot just even in the 5 years that the Bombers have been here, and so it's really important for us to continue to be involved with that and to continue to make sure that we are interacting with our fans and we're not just another advertising unit that is just trying to get hits on their Facebook page or something like that. Because obviously we want that and we're hoping to get that, but we also need to make sure that the fans don't just tune us out, and we're interacting with them in a way that they enjoy and they care about and keeps them coming back to us. So I would say, I guess to answer your question, new media has been a very big part of what we do, and my role especially, just dealing with the social media aspect. And not to disregard the other things, we still go on the radio, we still, post press releases, get picked up by newspapers, KBTX, more of the traditional outlets, but I would say that social media is really on the rise, and really is just a new, fresh avenue for teams to take and evolve and spread their image.
So by having all these tools in social media, how does the Bombers collect data to see the negatives and positive of the mass media effect?
Well, it's different things where we can see what tweets are working based on attendance. If we're tweeting about, oh, we've got a Thirsty Thursday game tonight where there's dollar beers, and we get a ton of attendance that game. Well, we can compare that to maybe a game earlier in the season where we advertised a lot later for Thirsty Thursday, or maybe advertised the different promotion that we had instead of the weekly Thirsty Thursday game, and we can say, okay, well, people are coming out to our ballpark because we're advertising for this. This is clearly a successful advertisement, gets butts in the seats, and so it helps us to kind of tweak our strategies with that and going forward, and so that we can kind of perfect the niche that we need to in order to get fans excited about what we're doing. All right, Uri, can you talk to us a little bit about how the Bombers communicate within the organization? Is it more conference calls and meetings, or how do you guys disseminate your information between employees here and between the different members of the media that you talk to and your sponsors and other people that you need to communicate with?
Internally, we have weekly meetings, and if it's during the season, we have almost daily meetings on game days. We also use Google Docs as a form of sharing documents between different staff members, so multiple people can update the document at the same time. When we're talking about the media, and we typically send out press releases, or we have some phone conversations with them to ensure that they're happy with the timing of when we might release some information to them. And to the sponsors, it's individual, one-by-one case, mostly phone calls and emails directly to them, not necessarily in an email marketing type campaign.
How do you make sure that you're facilitating effective communication with those sponsors, the people that help you guys out in terms of financial value and invest in the Bombers? How important is that to communicate effectively, and what do you do? What special considerations do you take to communicate effectively with them?
The key is with sponsors it's at the beginning of the relationship, so it's the start of communicating with them in regards to understanding what it is that they want to market, what it is that they want to achieve in their partnership with the Brazos Valley Bombers. And so as we dig deeper and understand their business, we're able to put together a proposal for them that focuses on whatever it is that they want to achieve this season with the Bombers. Once we know that and they're on board and we have the package all planned out, we communicate with them regularly via email or over the phone to make sure we've got their logo, the right graphics, and so forth. If it's for signage, that they invite their co-workers or whoever they're going to use hospitality options for. And then when there's any special events or those types of circumstances, we try to make sure we get on the phone with them and communicate a very direct, here's what's happening tonight, we need you here, we need you there, so that everything that we talked about and we promised to them in the initial conversations that are key to this entire relationship is fulfilled at the end.
How is the organization set up, the Bombers organization? Are there a lot of different departments, and how's the chain of command and the flow of information within the team?
We're very dependent on interns. We look at interns as front office staff, really. And so in managing the intern, there is one or two people that are in charge of giving them the list of what is needed to be accomplished that month, that quarter, that day. We've got a general manager for the team, and his name is Chris Clark. We have our director of tickets and Richard Weber, and we have Susan Cagle, who's our office manager. And between the three of them, since we're very small for an office, the communication is very much readily available, walking into offices or sending emails or asking people to do stuff. And it just flows downhill and then flows right back uphill when there's questions back from our front office interns that try to help make sure that all of the planning is done.
So would you consider the organization's communication structure to be more formal or informal?
Very informal.
Okay.
We're formal when we're talking to clients or potential season ticket holders or the media, but internally we're very much informal and have a good time with it.
You know, organizational culture has a very significant influence on communication within an organization. Within the Bombers organization, what really defines their culture?
Fun, passion. I think those are the two critical elements of what we do and why we do it, and so it's very important that that is conveyed at the beginning of an internship, that is conveyed when someone new is again hired, that we're about affordable family fun, and to do that you truly have to believe in it and understanding that we're here about a quality of life for the Brazos Valley, and we do that through 9 innings of entertainment and through affordable family fun. And so if you remember that as the core value of why everything happens and why we do it, it's really simple to make sure that the communication happens effectively to try to achieve that end goal.
Does the environment in the community of, you know, being in a college town kind of right next to Texas A&M, does that have an influence on the objective and the goals of the organization, or how does that kind of play into what the team tries to do?
Well, the goal of the team is a quality of life and further involvement and furthering of baseball players and giving them an opportunity. And just as much as it is for the baseball players, it's for the front office interns, it's for the coaching staffs to give them an opportunity to jump and go to the next level. And so with that, having Texas A&M here is very helpful, as it allows to have a good stream of interns that come and learn the business of sport and see if it's something that they want to do or not want to do. And so that's very effective and very helpful to the Bombers. We don't really target or look at ourselves as a tool for students to get wholesome family fun. It's they're not in the fun part of their careers yet or their life, and so we tailor some nights to them with $1 beers or 50-cent hot dogs, things that they can afford more readily. But from a university student environment, it's not necessarily what we tailor to with either our communications internally or externally.
Can you give me some examples of the types of symbols and scripts that the Bombers implement, and you know, whether that's logos and graphics or whether that's different, you know, scripts as far as radio ads or something like that the team implements?
We focus on Bombers baseball with our logo, with the Texas and the big plane. We focus on Kaboom as a big piece of our communication. He carries the message when the players aren't here. We focus on where fun happens, again coming back to the root of why we do it all, and where fun happens is where the Bombers are at, or Brazos Valley Bank Ballpark. And I would say that with recent times, obviously, we try to make sure our Twitter handle and our Facebook is mentioned as well.
Is there any advice that you would give to someone who's just going into an organization and is looking to be professional in their communications?
I'd say always start with the utmost professionalism as possible. The fun and maybe more lax environment can be adjusted into it, not the other way around. So always come in with this is as professional, this is a law firm, this isn't a sports team, this is an accounting firm. Don't look at it as a sports team. Be as professional as you need to be initially, and then you'll understand which people you can be a bit more lax with versus others. And I would say the other thing is to always try to find the answers first. Google's your friend, not your enemy. The phone's your friend. You can ask a lot of different people for that answer before you necessarily go to a supervisor and go, how do I do? Or how to do this, or what did you mean here? Try to find the answers first. Intuitiveness, I guess, is a key piece to communication, because if you can find the answers on your own and then present them, you're going to be that much further ahead than your fellow interns or fellow newbies at the job.
Okay. Well, Uri, we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us a little bit about organizational communication within the Bombers.
My pleasure.
Thanks for tuning in for a glimpse inside the world of sports communication with us today.